Hello and welcome to a new Squirrel Views. I know there's been quite a long break since the last video, either Detective Squirrel Investigates or Squirrel Views. It's been a number of issues. I've been changing over to a new computer. I've been struggling with my mental health, and I've also been focusing on working on a new book, which is now finished and available on Amazon. So to get back into the Squirrel Views, I wanted to talk about the interesting game House Flipper. Now, I first became aware of the game watching an episode of the Simply Fantastic Digitizer of this show. Digitizer is now a YouTube channel. It was originally a teletext gaming news pages, but they done this show. They've done a second series as well since, and basically there's a lot of game show elements to it, a lot of gaming news, gaming reviews, and some of the guests they get asked certain questions, earliest gaming memories and stuff like that. And in one episode, the host, Mr. Biffo, he actually asked the guests, of their most disappointing gaming experience. And one of the guests, Gaming Jenny, mentioned this game called House Flipper, where she just complained it was just work, because she thought it was going to be quite interesting. You buy houses, do them up, sell them on, and you flip the house. That's why it's called House Flipper. But she just found that you you're doing the painting, plastering, buying new things, clearing up a place and everything, and she said it was just too much like work, and so for her it just wasn't for her. But just hearing that, I was intrigued, and I originally got it on my PC and played it. I thought this is actually quite good. The background music is quite relaxing and chilled, so it's not a game that you're likely to actually get particularly stressed with, or like a lot of actually games that have got a competitive element. Sometimes the system that you're using will literally cheat and actually do something which is completely against the nature of the game, or the physics of the game, and will actually annoy you, frustrate you, seriously piss you off. This is unlikely in House Flipper, as it's just chilled, it's painting. I mean, I did find, you start off, it's almost like you're a very small little business, got your own agency, cleaning up after actually people and everything, going to the houses, redecorating for them and stuff, and you build up the actual skills of, the decorating skills, the cleaning up skills, the building and demolition side of things, and then you eventually get to, if you go through all the emails and do the jobs first before actually going onto the menu to buy houses, do them up and sell them on. And for me, it was very interesting, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't actually like work, and then I actually started to find that there's certain little secrets in the game, which made it even more interesting. One of the houses you can buy and actually do up is the obvious scene of a murder. There's blood splatters everywhere and furniture knocked over and everything, and it can be quite creepy. Buildings that have got hidden rooms you can see on the little mini map that there's a room there. The actual walls form a room, but there's no door, there's no entrance to it. And you knock your way through to actually find a poster of the game and a little safe with some money in it, or a room that's got a safe in the floor, a floor safe full of money, or even more bizarrely, a room which has simply got a armchair facing a cabinet above of which is a lost, priceless piece of artwork. And it just, it was really weird and quite creepy. Then it gets even stranger. You get a house that's owned by a woman called Samantha Myers, sister of a certain Michael Myers, and it's a house from the Halloween film. You get places with a creepy mask. There's a place with a creepy mask. It could be the Halloween house, and it's basically like the mask from the killer in the film, the ghost killer in the Scream films. And if you look at it, it might be smiling, and you turn away and you turn back to it, and the expression has changed. And so every time you turn away and look back at it, the expression on the mask has changed. So you got the Halloween house. Then probably the biggest, I think it's the most expensive house in it. Big, it's a nice, really big house. Then you actually realise this is actually the house from the film Home Alone, where, the remains of all the traps that were set up by Macaulay Culkin's character are all still scattered amongst the actual house. The paint pots at the end of the stairway and stuff like that. So every time there was actually a trap in the film, the remains of it are actually there, actually in the house, as you clear it, go around. So there's these weird little hidden gems in the game, and it's available on so many different platforms now. As I said, I actually originally had it on PC. It's available on the Nintendo Switch, and I recently got it on my Xbox One. So it seems to be available just about anywhere, and it's free. So for a free game, I mean, you've got hours of just chilled, relaxed gaming, very little stress, or very little chance of stress, and then these weird, creepy finds in different places. So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's worth going out there and finding it and giving it a go. But for now, in the meantime, this is Detective Squirrel out.